No, 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 no. Mic check. No, mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Hello. 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 Mic check. 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 Hello. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Hello. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Better now. Mic check 1, 2. Think it's better now. Think it's better now. Mic check 1, 2, 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. Mic check 1, 2. 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. Mic check 1, 2. 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Leslie. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Hello, good morning.
Dáadáa, a mọ̀ dáadáa. Ẹ ẹ ṣe ìjọ tá a bá máa ń fi dọ́gbọ̀ ọ̀hún àwọn ìwé kan tó máa dá ìgbà a lè mọ new art lèbi UBS a sọ fún ìgbà tá a mọ̀ èyí ni mo kàwé ọ̀gá ẹ̀ ti dé ọ̀gá ẹ̀ ló máa jókòó bẹ́ẹ̀ tàbí ok.
how about this?
Good afternoon, please. Yeah, may we stand up for an opening prayer? Sir, you can lead us on the opening prayer. Yes, sir.
Hello, we thank God for our gathering today. May it not be the last gathering for us on it. We thank God for the management, for them to deem me fit to organize the meeting this year. And we are praying for the success of the meeting this year. And we are praying for good health for all the managers of this company. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. May we also stand for the national anthem, please? afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Samuel Madoka Onyishi, the Chairman of Directors, and I will be chairing our meeting today. It is now supposed to be 1 p.m., but we had some few minutes there. Shareholders to be able to key in to the meeting platform. I am delighted to welcome you all 35th annual general meeting of our company, C&I Leasing PLC. I want to thank our shareholders present and those joining virtually. This meeting is being held in line with the provisions of the Business Facilitation Act of 2020 on holding virtual meetings. The meeting is also streamed live for our distinguished shareholders, regulators, and members of the public. Quorum. I've been informed by the company secretary that we'll have a quorum for this meeting in accordance with Article 53 of the company's Article of Association. A total number of 279 shareholders with 2,441,763 2,441,764,806 shares representing 83% shareholding of the company are present in person and by proxy at the commencement has been properly convened, and I hereby declare this meeting open. Before we proceed with the business of the day, I would like to introduce to you members of the board of directors of your company. In addition to myself, we have all the directors of the company with me this afternoon. Some are with us physical, some are here, where some are participating virtually. And I will enjoin them to stand and take a bow when called upon. Our managing director, group managing director, Mr. Ugoji, Lenin Ugoji. Mr. Omotunde Alao Olaifa, non-executive director, he is joining virtually. Mr. Babatunde Edun is also online. Mr. Sadiq Adamu. It is Florence Okoli. Dr. Tom Achu.
Good afternoon, distinguished shareholders and directors. Notice of the annual general meeting. It's on page 4 of the annual report. Notice is hereby given that the 35th annual general meeting of C&I Leasing PLC will be held virtually on Monday, today, 15th day of June 2026, at 1 p.m. to transact the following business. Ordinary business. To present to members the audited 31st December 2025, together with the reports of directors, independent auditors, and the audit committee thereon. 2, to declare a dividend. 3, to re-elect retiring directors by rotation. 4, to authorize directors to fix the remuneration of external auditors. 5, to elect members of the statutory audit committee for the year. 6, to disclose the remuneration of managers of the company. Special business. To consider and if thought fit, pass the following resolutions as ordinary resolutions. 7, ratification of the appointment of non-executive appointment of the following persons as non-executive directors of the company be and are hereby ratified to approve. Mayor. 2, Engineer Chima Njoku. Number 8, the exchange governing transactions with related parties or interested persons, a company and its related entities be and are hereby granted a general mandate in respect of all recurrent transactions entered into with related parties or provided such transactions are of a revenue or trading nature or are necessary for the company's day-to-day operations. This mandate shall continue to operate until the date of which the next annual general meeting of the company is held. Dated this 28th day of April 2025. Distinguished directors and shareholders, with your kind permission, can we take the notes as read? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Odenze. My apologies, please. The paper on which some people that have been introduced slipped. So I missed introducing some very essential persons that are here, and some are participating virtually too. We also acknowledge the presence of the shareholder representative of the Audit Committee, Comrade S.B. Adenrenle, the chairman of the Audit Committee. Accept my apologies, please. Mr. Fred Oduyemi and Mrs. Christy O. Vincent Owalaka. You are all welcome. We equally have Mr. Mbanugo Odenze, the company secretary, and members of his team. Please also permit me to introduce our auditors and registrars present today at this meeting. Mrs. Kanayo Echenna, Olumide Oshikoya, partner to Ernst & Young, and Oyeni Oyesina. Our registrars, Codros Registrars Limited, represented by Mrs. Bridget Bajai, her team. Come. me also introduce a regulatory authority at this meeting. Mr. Bonaventure Onji, online, representing NGX Regulations Limited. He joined virtually. Mr. Abu Ibrahim, representing the Central Bank of Nigeria, representing the Securities and Exchange Commission. Mr. We also have representative of the Central Bank and the Corporate Affairs Commission we're expecting. I would like to inform members present that the register of shareholders of the company and the register of directors' shareholding are available for inspection. We also call your attention to the register of directors. Attendance at meetings is also available for inspection. The notice of this annual general meeting has been circulated to shareholders in accordance with the Companies Act articles and the provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. It was published in newspaper of the 19th of May 2026 on page 2 and business newspaper on 9th, is that business day newspaper, on 19th of May 2026 on page 7. And the company secretary has also gone ahead to read the notice of meeting. At this juncture, we'll have to proceed to the business of the day. Voting on resolutions. For efficiency and orderly conduct of the meeting, I will introduce each resolution for consideration and invite a member to formally move and second the resolution before voting. An opportunity will also be given to ask questions on the financial statements, which I will lay before you in due course, and to which answers will be provided before we proceed to the next item. I would like to inform all members on the virtual platform that questions could be dropped in the chat box available on the platform for this meeting. For members that are physically present, I request that those asking questions or seconding a motion do so by clearly speaking into the microphone, which an official will pass to them. They should start by stating their names to enable the secretary to take proper records. Resolutions stage. The resolution number 1, laying of accounts. The first item on the agenda to receive the audited financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2026, together with the reports of the directors, independent auditors, and the audit committee thereon. The original accounts and copies duly signed are available at this meeting for publication. The chairman's statement and director's report are on pages 13 to page 25 of the annual report. And with your kind permission, I will take the report as read. Okay. I will now call on Mr. Kanayo Echena. Okay, I will now call on the Ernst & Young team, Mr. Olumide Oshikoya, the partner or the team leader, to representing Ernst & Young, the external auditors, to read the reports of the auditors to members.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon to the members, shareholders of the company. My name is Olumide Oshikoya, a partner with Ernst & Young, and I will be reading specific sections of the independent auditor's report. My name is Olumide Oshikoya from Ernst & Young, and I'll be reading specific sections of the independent auditor's report. May I seek your permission to read specific sections and not go through all those sections to the shareholders, please?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Independent Auditor's Report, which is found on pages 36 to 41. To the members of CNI Listing PLC. Report on the audit of the consolidated and separate financial statements. Opinion. We have audited the consolidated and separate financial statement of CNI Listing PLC, the company, and its subsidiaries, together the group, which comprise the consolidated and separate statements of financial position as at 31st December 2025, and the consolidated and separate statements of profit and loss and other comprehensive income, the consolidated and separate statement of changes in equity, and the consolidated and separate statements of cash flows for the year then ended, and also the consolidated and separate financial statements, including material accounting policy information. In our opinion, the accompanying consolidated and separate financial statements give a performance and consolidated and separate cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with accounting standards. Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, the Banks and Other Financial Institutions Act 2020, relevant Central Bank of Nigeria circulars and guidelines, and in compliance with the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Amendment Act 2023. The basis for our opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with International Standards on Auditing, ISIS. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's report. We are independent of the group and the company. Within the state key audit matter section is read, where we have highlighted the adequacy of ECL on trade and other receivables and financial receivables as our key audit matters. We'll also consider other information as read, other information section, which takes me to page 39, where we have the responsibility of the directors for the consolidated and separate financial statement. I would also consider that as read. The auditor's responsibilities for the audit of the consolidated and separate financial statement, I would also consider that as read. We'll then move to pages 41. Report on other legal and regulatory requirements. Now I read. In accordance with the requirement of the 5th schedule of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, we confirm that we have obtained all the information and explanations which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of our audit. We confirm that, in our opinion, proper books of account have been kept by the group and company, insofar as it appears from the examination of those books. We confirm that the consolidated and separate statements of financial position and the consolidated and separate statements of profit or loss and other comprehensive income are in agreement with the books of account. And we confirm that, in our opinion, the consolidated and separate financial statement have been prepared in accordance with the provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, so as to give a true and fair view of the state of affairs and financial performance of the company and its subsidiaries. In compliance with the banks and other financial instruments issued by the Central Bank of Nigeria Circular BSD/1/2004 on insider-related credit is disclosed in Note 50 to the consolidated and separate financial statement. As disclosed in Note 53 to the consolidated and separate financial statement, the company did not incur any penalty during the year. In accordance with the requirements of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria guidance on assurance engagement report on internal control by financial reporting, we performed a limited assurance engagement and reported on management's assessment of the company's internal control by financial reporting as of 31st December 2025. The work performed was done in accordance with international standards for assurance engagements other than audit or reviews of historical financial information, ISA 3000 revised, and FRC guidance on assurance engagements report on internal control of financial reporting. And we have issued an unmodified conclusion in our report dated 6 May 2026. The report was signed by Kanayo Ichena for Ernst & Young, 6 May 2026. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Olumide. Thank you. I now call on Mr. S.B. Adenrele, the chairman of the audit committee, to read the report of the committee to the members.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Distinguished board of directors, regulatory authorities, external auditors, shareholders here seated, and my colleagues, shareholder viewing us on the internet. I read the report of the Audit Committee on page 28 of the annual report. Audit Committee report to members of C&I Leasing PSC for the year ended 31st December 2025. In accordance with the statutory provisions of Section 404, subsection 1 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, the members of the Audit Committee of C&I Leasing PSC report on the company's consolidated and separate financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2025. We confirm that we examine the scope and planning of the audit and review the external auditor's management letter for the year ended 31st December 2025, together with the management responses, which we considered satisfactory. We all ascertain that the accounting policy and reporting policies of the company for the period under review are in accordance with legal requirements and standard ethical practices. The external auditors confirmed that all necessary cooperations were received from the management and that the audit of the company's account was carried out in an independent environment, that they have also given an unmodified audit report for the year ended 31st December 2025. Dated this date, 31st March 2026. By signing myself on the Sulaiman Babatunde Adenrele, the FRC number stated. Other members of the audit committee here present, I would like you to stand up for recognition so that our people at home can know that you are performing your duty as given to you. Mr. Frederick Femi Oduyemi, Mrs. Christy Vicente Walaka, Mr. Omotunde Alao Olaifa, who is viewing us online, and Mr. Oluyemi Apaolu Johnson, the pastor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, comrade. As I propose the reception, before I propose the reception of the accounts, I shall be pleased to invite any questions from the members on the reports and financial statements for the year ended December 31st, 2025, together with the reports of the auditors thereon at this meeting. It will be of immense help if you refer to the page of the annual reports and accounts to which the questions relate. Okay, The man on green.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Board of Directors of C&I Leasing PLC, fellow distinct shareholders. My name is Alhaji Wahab Bajani. Good afternoon. I will be brief in order to give others opportunity to add their views. So let's quickly turn to page 11. On page 11, my attention is on Lease Afrique Ghana. Lease Afrique is a subsidiary of C&I Leasing PLC based in Ghana, and it's one of the largest leasing companies in Ghana. I'm happy to read this. However, how are we faring in Lease Afrique Ghana? Then, what is the contribution of Lease Afrique Ghana to our yearly? Let's turn to page 106. On page 106, and other places reduced 66.1. If I may ask, what is the magic? And I want you to keep it up. Secondly, on this page, this number 3, I want to take that off page 113. That is penalty. Item 53, note 53, compliance with regulations. During the year, the company did not incur any penalty. This is commendable compared to 52.8 million in 2024. Fellow district shareholders, I think they deserve a round of applause. Please keep it up. And on that note, I want to say God bless you and listen. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, sir. The management should take notes while we go to the next person. Mr. Igurube, go ahead.
The chairman, the board, our management, and other shareholders present virtually. First and foremost, my name is Igburude Moses, the elected National Coordinator of Independent Shareholders Association of Nigeria. First and foremost, Chairman, I have to say, as a shareholder and a stakeholder, to thank you, the Managing Director, and the whole board and management for an excellent result you have just you posted this year. It is an excellent result.
Thank you, sir.
You deliver a significantly strong financial performance in the year 2025 compared to 2024. The group recorded essential growth, earning, profitability, assets, and shareholder fund despite a high interest rate operating environment. Now, some key things I want to show before I want to mention before I will ask some questions. Your gross earning increased to 50.5 billion from 36.76 billion naira. That is 36.5%. It's an excellent job. Profit after tax increased by 142 from 1.6 billion to 3.91 billion. Total asset grew by 22% to 141.282 billion. Shareholder funds increased to 51.15 billion from 48.15 billion. Your earning per share also did the same thing, improved sharply from 38.58% to 122.77 kobo. That is very, very great. Now, having performed that and saying that you have done greatly, I have some concern. I just want to raise this question. Number one, why performance improved considerably? We'll seek to know. Number one, sharp increase in trades and other receivable. Receivable increased from 19.03 billion 2024 to 32.92 billion in 2025, an increase of 73%. My question here is, how much of this receivable are overdue? Another question is, what proportion relate to government contracts? Another question on here is, what is management's recovering strategy? What is management doing to recover this receivable? 2, decline in cash flow from operating activities. Cash flow from operation reduced by 67% from 18.3 in 20 billion in 2024 to 5.1 billion in 2025. My question is, what is management plan regarding receivable? It's the same question. If you resolve the issue of receivable, you will resolve this issue. Rising borrowing and financial costs, finance costs. Borrowing increased from 39.24 billion to 47.26 billion. Finance costs rose approximately by 14.27 billion. My question, what is the average borrowing cost? How much debt is on fixed and or rate? What refinancing plan do we have? E.g., right issue, public offer, so that we can refinance the business. If there is, we would like to know. 4, sustainability of profit growth. Although profits PAT increased by 144%, the profit before tax increased only by 11%. Question, is 2025 profit after tax level sustainable? The level of these profits, can we sustain it? Then finally, foreign currency exposure. The group reported foreign currency movements. My question will be, what percentage of debts in foreign currency are dominated? What hedging arrangement exists against exchange rate volatility? Thank you very much for the opportunity. And before I drop the mic, I once again appreciate the chairman, the staff of this company for the great job they have done. I appreciate all shareholders, the director, and everybody. And I pray that this business, which is the only leasing company that is listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, will go from high to height. Then we'll be proud that a Nigerian company of this can manage from this country. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, everybody. The name once again is Igbude Moses.
Thank you, Mr. Moses. Thank you. I also wish that management is taking good note of the questions, because we will need a detailed response to each question. We have some persons who are online and they wish to ask some questions. So please, may we permit them before they are kicked out? You know.
Thank you, sir.
One is Mrs. Adebisi Bakare.
Thank you, sir.
Can
Can
we
you
have
hear
her,
me,
please?
Mr. Chairman?
Can you unmute
Can you hear me, sir? I hope you can hear me, Mr.
Adebisi
Chairman.
Bakari.
Can you hear me, Mr. Chairman? Good afternoon,
Yeah,
sir.
go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, Board of Directors, regulatory authorities joining online, esteemed shareholders, those that are there physical and those that are joining online. Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity given to me. Much has been said by the two previous speakers. So, but to start my comments, I want to commend the entire board, management, and staff of C&I Leasing for delivering an impressive financial performance in 2025 report, despite the microeconomic challenging environment. I'm not going to dwell much on page 10. Moses has done that. But I just want to say that is on a result at a glance. On a result at a glance. This is highly commendable, and it reflects the resilience of the company's diversified business model. So I really commend the entire management for such an exceptional performance. Okay, I want to also comment the growth in our lease income. That is on page 44. Page 44, note 33. That is on our lease income. Our lease income rose by 43.1% to 44.5 billion as against 31.1 billion in the previous year. Our net lease income closed at 25.6 billion from 20.25 billion in 2024, while our tracking income rose by 43.5% to 222.8 million. This also demonstrates the resilience of the board to business growth and value creation. I want to also commend the board for maintaining sound corporate governance practices, effective internal controls, and receiving an unmodified audit opinion from the external auditors. This also gives shareholders confidence in the integrity of the financial statement of our company. Moses have talked about borrowing. I just want to ask that what measures is management taking to reduce dependence on borrowing, thereby causing decline in our finance costs and cost optimization? Page 8. Before I go to page 8, I don't know if Moses has talked about the dividend. I commend the entire board for proposing a 20 kobo dividend. We appreciate that, and we hope that come next year we are going to get higher dividend in 2026 financials. Having said that, let's go to page 8 of the annual report, where we have get to know our services. Looking at this, we have about 5 services But I would like to appeal to management to create more publicity and awareness for these services through jingles on radio stations or flyers distributed at recognized eateries and petrol stations to minimize costs. We can advertise some of these services by doing that. We don't need to go to television to do advertisement, but we can do that by distributing flyers through the recognized eateries and petrol stations to create awareness of those services we rendered. Page 14, I congratulate Mr. Chukwuemeka Ndu on his retirement from the board after 35 years of meritorious and dedicated service to CNI Leasing. I wish him continued good health and success in his future endeavors. Page 43, note 12, and page 117. That is on trade receivable. I look at our 5-year summary. I observed that our trade and other receivables since from 2021 has continuously increasing. In 2021, our trade and from 2021, if you look at it, I just want to ask that what pragmatic step is management taking to reduce the increase in trade receivable, thereby increasing liquidity while reducing cases of bad debts. Page 88, note 15A. Page 88, note 15A. We see the combined revenue from Sivas C&I Marine Limited and Sivas Leasing Marine Limited in 2024 was 17.6 billion, while in 25 it reduced to 7.9 billion. I just want to ask management to explain the reason behind this significant reduction of 54.76%. On that, page 113, page 113, note 51.2.1. That is on geographical information on revenue. Management has done very well in Nigeria and Ghana. The revenue grew by 37.55% and 41.38% respectively. However, Mr. Chairman, I would like to employ management to put more efforts into the United Arab Emirates operations, which are still lagging behind with revenue of just 6.67 billion compared to 29.8 billion and 13.66 billion generated from Nigeria and Ghana, respectively. Mr. Chairman, I want to ask that with the increasing adoption of electric vehicles and technology-driven mobility solutions, how is C&I Leasing positioning itself to benefit from these emerging opportunities in Nigeria and across Africa? On a final note, I want to encourage management to sustain this positive growth trajectory while continuing to create value for shareholders. Once again, my name is Mrs. Bisi Bakari. I'm the National Coordinator of Pragmatic Shareholders Association. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity given to me.
Thank you. Next person, Chibuzo Emmanuel, please. Chibuzo Emmanuel. Don't repeat what question has been asked by some other person, please. If Mr. Emmanuel is not available, then can we move on to...
I am available, Mr. Chairman.
Banji.
I'm available, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon.
Is he online?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Hello, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Hello, Mr. Chairman. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead with your questions, please.
My name is Eke Chibuzo Emmanuel, Mr. Chairman. As you have laid before me, not to repeat any question asked by others, I will abide by that. Mr. Chairman, I want to start on the note of appreciation as other members who have commented have laid down. I want to appreciate all the board, management, and staff of our company for the resilience they have put in place to produce this result we are celebrating today. I want to say sincere appreciation to them. To all the regulatory authorities there present, I want to also appreciate them. Yes, Mr. Chairman, I want to look at, if peradventure I mention anyone that has been said, is as a matter of emphasis. For page 43, trade and other receivables, what is our aging analysis? That is one. Mr. Chairman, I want to appreciate the board and management for the positive return earnings. This is quite good and advise to maintain it and improve on it. Profit after tax, Mr. Chairman, this is very good, but I want to ask what led to the drop on the company. It dropped to 2.9 billion. I would like to know why such drop under the company, why it increased under the group. On finance costs, I want to advise that we renegotiate some of this, our line of financing the project that we have. Let us try and renegotiate it, because many banks now have a lot of money to play with. So with that, we can take advantage and renegotiate it down, you know, in order to build our working capital to be more stronger. Very consistent to that, Mr. Chairman. I want us to look at page 79. My emphasis will be on item 12.1, analysis of receivables from related companies. I want to take emphasis on C&I stroke Suffolk's JP current account. I see that if you check it, that account is dormant. It needs to be revived and get our monies back so that we can have a healthy working capital. On page 83, I want to know, Mr. Chairman, I mean item 14.2.1, investment income eliminated. That word investment income eliminated. 3,346,629,000. The word eliminated, I want to know why we use such a word, or is it accounting treatment? That's my question there. On page 106, other operating expenses, item 43, Mr. Chairman, bank charges. Sir, this one grew from for the group, it grew from 286,612,000, and now to it grew to 291,125 million. Mr. Chairman, there is need for us to renegotiate these bank charges, because There are a lot of banks that are giving out money now. So let us take that advantage. Still on that page, Mr. Chairman, I want to know, I need an explanation on subscription for the group. It grew from 60 million to 225,376,000. Mr. Chairman, this is quite high. And also for the company, it grew from 32,425,000 to 113,747,000. Mr. Chairman, this is quite high. I wrote on my own comment, I said, why such increase? We should know. Mr. Chairman, on my other question, I say, how can the management sustain this growth that we are seeing today? Secondly, the management should draw up a strategy to recover all the monies outside or even reduce it. And this will help us to have a healthy working capital and avoid bad debt written off. On my third question, Mr. Chairman, cybercrime has been a very big problem in the company and in the country now. What is the management doing to draw up cyber security against any person or company that may want to, take advantage of the company? I advise, Mr. Chairman, there should be constant training. You can conduct fishing to know, create awareness to our staff, especially the ones in the accounting department or finance department, so that we will not fall a victim of this. I want to also appreciate the office of the secretary. He has been doing good. I say empower him further to extend the hand of fellowship and concerns to other shareholders. On this note, Mr. Chairman, I want to sincerely appreciate you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much. The name again is Eke Chibuzo Emmanuel. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. But thank you for thanking me. But you have caused us some delay because your first and second question have been asked by other people. Please, next person, don't repeat questions, okay? So that we remain friends. Thank you. Mr. Adele Oladimeji. Adeleke Oladimeji, are you here? Okay, are you online, please? Are you there? All right. In the absence of Mr.
Yes, I'm here,
Oladimeji,
sir.
can
I'm here, sir. I'm here, sir.
am I correct?
I'm here, sir. I'm
Banji.
hearing you, sir.
You still there?
Good afternoon, sir.
All right.
Good afternoon, sir.
Pages 43 and 44.
Hello, sir.
It is a beautiful performance
Okay, I hear
indeed.
you, sir.
Our gross earnings improved by 36.5%. That is from 36.7 billion to 50.2 billion. We were able to achieve this through stronger business activities and enhanced.
Chairman.
Humongous, Mr. Chairman. Our total assets also increased from 116 billion to 142 billion. And I'm also very happy to see that shareholders' funds soared from 48 billion to 51 billion. This shows our earnings and retained profits are getting stronger and our company is becoming more stable. Mr. Chairman, I want to commend you for putting up this superb performance despite the global and local economic headwinds. Page 47, cash flow. It is very sagacious or prudent that you have been investing heavily on plants and equipment, including properties. Having looked at the risk-return trade-off, I am confident that these investments These investments will enhance our future earnings and returns, thereby improving shareholders' fund. Then on page 88, Mr. Chairman, I want to find out, because I did a comparative analysis on CFAS C&I Marine Limited versus CFAS C&I Marine Limited, St. Charles. I compared the revenue and cost of operations of the two. And I want to ask, why are we spending so much? For instance, admin expenses 1 billion to generate revenue of 1.9 billion on CFAS C&I Marine Limited. Why we spend so little? For instance, admin expenses 17.5 million to generate revenue of 6.1 billion on CFAS C&I Marine Limited, St. Charles. Bearing in mind the comparative advantage, I think it is not cost effective to continue the operation of CFAS C&I Marine Limited. Or what is your thought on this? Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Hello. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, so let's come back to those of us that are here. Madam, yeah, you.
Sir, this is Mr. Adeleke, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Please don't repeat a question that has been asked by other persons.
I will not.
Okay,
although two of my questions have been answered, have been asked, so I will not repeat it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Chairman, the Board of Directors, management, and every other person seated here, good afternoon. My name is Baka Juliet Ebere. I want to start on the note of congratulating you, Mr. Chairman, on this AGM and the significant profit after tax. I want to thank you for a great performance. And I also want to appreciate the management on this great performance. On page 81, my question there is, what are we doing to utilize the 60 billion tax, withdraw tax and VAT receivable on page 81, please, I want to know. And I also want to know on page 14, the total asset increase from 116.27 billion in 2024, and in 2025 it was 141.82 billion, reflecting continued investment in operational assets and expansion across our key business segment. My questions are, what do we plan, or what do we put in place? What strategies we put in place to maintain and to ensure that this great performance is retained in future? I also want to appreciate the company secretary. His service has been marked with humility and clear passion for what he's doing right for the company and the shareholder. I really appreciate you, sir. Please continue this great dedication, and God will give you a long life to stay in this company in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Lastly, I join my other colleagues to thank you on the 20 kobo dividend given to us, and we pray for more dividend next year, God willing. Please make it up to 70, if not 1 naira. Thank you so much. My name remains Baka Juliet Eberechuku. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Juliet.
Good afternoon.
I'm happy for you. It's just that despite all the opportunities you have given to answer, you guys have been quoting percentages on differences, but nobody has quoted the percentage on the increase in dividends. So I would like someone to remind us that we have increased our dividend by 100%. Someone should say that so that we know that we are working hard. Okay, ma, you are top, please. No, the woman on on pink, the madam on pink. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you permit me to say
madam, 2 minutes, please. Okay, please, 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr.
Yes,
Chairman.
because they will have so many questions so that they will not forget. Let's have enough time to answer. And if you get all these questions answered, I'm sure that all of us are going to leave here very happy.
No problem,
Thank you,
sir.
ma'am. Carry
You've
on.
used about 1 minute from my... Good
Don't-
morning,
Don't worry, go ahead.
I will use that 2 minutes complete. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, the
Thank you,
members
ma'am.
of the board, and the regulatory authority present, those watching online. My name is Mrs. E.O. Obidei, the National Coordinator of ACK of God's Shareholder Association. Our annual report is good. We can present it anywhere.
Thank
It
you.
is so glossy. That means the company secretariat has done a lot of work. But, sir, what I expect from this board, I've not seen it. So maybe he wants to get gray hair on time. Because you have one female. The camera said 33. Any soup you are cooking, you don't put maggi, it's not sweet. If you have complete 33, we will not have 20 kobo as our dividend. Woman has a way of manipulating money to turn it over. So this 33%, we on this side, we are available, the female. You know, in Nigeria now, we are the one. Yeah. Don't worry, by 2027, we'll see what will happen to female. So please, sir, let's make it complete. I've seen the annual report.
We promise.
We got it here. The register, page 8, page 19 and 20, attendance of the board at the meeting is so perfect. When you go through annual report, if one see attender that is complaint, that means no matter what, one will have, even if it is kobo that they are not using in Nigeria again. These children don't know kobo. We'll manage it, but you can still think of giving us bonus. If we cannot make it, as my sister say, 70 kobo, me I'm suggesting 1 naira, but you can convert it to bonus, sir. Page 8, sir. Your advert of what you are doing, sir, it shows here, but there is no ARM bill. This ARM bill go a long way in advertising our product. What are the sales departments? What are they doing on it? So that people will know, and some shareholder, I don't know, maybe it will be possible for the registrar, when they know how to do it, that whenever AGM of CNI listing is coming, when they call or the shareholder, the mandate they've done, it will be showing, they've done it in some insurance, it will be showing our product, it will be showing what we are up to. They've done it, I won't mention, but they've done it, and it's work about 2-3 insurance leaders. Let's look at it. Our staff, what are we doing for them? They were the one. The board, the junior staff, senior staff contribute at least to have something. What are we doing? The training we are giving to them, after the training, don't let people snatch them. It is not easy to train a staff and somebody use money or other things to snatch them. Let's look at our staff. They are very important to shareholder. They are very important to board. Because when they are okay, they will have the strength to work for the company so that we can get our kobo. But next year, by God's grace, in Jesus' name, we'll get naira.
Amen.
So let's do something for them.
Thank you.
Thank you, and God bless the board.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. The last but not the least. Yes, the man on glass. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chairman.
2 minutes, please.
Yes. I wanted to say, let me not say anything because all have been said.
That would be wonderful.
But coming from Ogun State, I have to say something. When I look at annual report like this, the first thing I do is just to go straight to look at the earning per shares. Then I will know whether the company is sick or is healthy. But I want to say that this company is healthy. Please, I would like you to keep it up. Lastly, page 44, I want to find out, tracking expenses. Last year it was okay, but this year it went up. So I want something to be done there. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. What's your name, please?
My name is Musu Kenneth.
Musu Kenneth. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. Before the MD will, the management, because I don't know whether the MD is going to do it personally or whether he will be dedicating people to support him. All the EDs here, all the heads are also here because we had to get ourselves prepared for your questions because this is the only opportunity that the shareholders have every year to interact with the managers of the business. But you don't go home not knowing what's going on in your business, you know. So it is very, very important to us. The questions are important. In fact, I have learned so much from the questions personally. People start to query the way you advertise and then begin to advise you on how to maybe conduct your advert and in a cheaper form. You know, we learn every day. And then somebody also talked about, I'm just talking about things that are to me. Somebody talked about our refinancing plan. Another person talked about reducing finance costs. And if we're able to reduce finance costs, we're going to create more value for the business. So that is an area that every shareholder, every investor, even the staff are interested in achieving that. Because when the staff make more money for shareholders, then they're making more money for themselves. You know, so on the issue of refinancing, I think we are doing some things to help us achieve that. Number one is to bring in the right people. We are bringing in some new people to the board to help us get more businesses for the company, and then also to optimize the use of our current assets. You know, because you have to be sure that the assets you have are being put to use. Before we begin to talk about creating more assets, you know, the first thing is to maximize the use of what is available. And then before we begin to talk about the one that's outside. If you're not able to utilize what you have, then going to get new ones is just may end up being a waste. So the first strategy is to optimize the use of what we have. Then before we think of getting in a more new assets, especially in the marine area. And if you look at our the total assets and the liabilities, you can see that the total assets is increasing. Part of it is going to that, and part of it is going to shareholders fund, which means we are not dormant, we are growing. On the right issue. These are one of the ways that we are also thinking of going into, maybe to raise more money and the rest of them. And if you remember, I think last year we authorized the management to raise money through public offer and a private placement. But you know, this thing is not just getting the approval, but getting the approval and then doing it at the right time. So I think there are things we are supposed to do before we make sure that whenever we do that, it is going to be a successful outing. So we're mindful of that. That's why we're bringing in some new directors. In the person of before we talk about new directors, we also have to tell you about. We have to remind you that on page 38, page 30 of the report, we talked about the retirement of our vice chairman after serving the company for good years. Please, Chief, CN, and but he's still with us. I'm sure he's online. So please, can we give a hand of applause for Mr. Chifun? He's one of the founders of this company, and he retired after 35 years. So we thank him for that. We are bringing in some new persons, and I think it's good to, at this point, let me introduce them before I hand over the microphone to the management. Barrister Nick Omeyer is a lawyer. He's a corporate lawyer, and he has experience in you can sit down. He has experiences that are going to be useful to us. He has done a lot of acquisition and so on, and major. Another person who is very, very important to us is also okay. We also brought in Dr. Judith Chinedu Onyishi as one of the directors of Liz Afrique Ghana. You stand up for recognition, please. Yeah. So he's a director in Ghana, and then one of our management staff is also joining Ghana to replace one of the persons that left. That's Mr. Emmanuel Ehijele. I think you are there. Okay, so Emmanuel Ehijele is with accounts, audit department. Am I correct? Okay, accounts department. And then Mr. Chief Engineer Chima Njoko is a strategic person who is coming to the board. He has the experiences that C&I has been looking for a very long time. Mr. Njoko, Engineer Njoko, started his professional career with Shell, and he worked with Shell for a very long time. He rose to the management level in Shell. He led Shell teams to various countries outside Nigeria, and he was also a member. He was a managing director, general manager, and he knows everybody that we want to do business with. Yes, that's the best way to put it. So his coming in is very strategic, and I believe that with people like him around, we are going to optimize the assets, the use of the assets that we have, which will only translate to more job, more business, and therefore more money. And when we have this kind of people placed in the right places, when you are talking to people about, because the moment you are versus especially have good business, they have good job, you see the money coming in, and in 2 quarters, you are going to see a change in the income, and then in the bottom line, it will also show maximum 6 months. And when that begins to happen, then you are now calling people to help you refinance your borrowings. Then they will come through private placements, through public offer, through rights issue. If we are doing good business, I'm sure that if we paid ₦1 now and we say that we want rights issue, I'm sure that the madam on pink will, hello madam, I'm sure that you are going to sell shares in other companies to come and invest them here. Yeah, but that is only when you feel satisfied. So that the target is to make sure that you are happy, that whenever we call you to take your rights, you are going to take your rights. Thank you, ma. So it's good plan that will make that happen. If we just rush to the market because we want to raise money, no, that will not. It may boomerang, and I wouldn't want that. We want to make you happy first, so that when we ask, then we receive. If you are not happy, you're not going to listen to anybody. We want you to take your rights and then look for more. You know, we want our shareholders to take their rights and then buy into the public offer. That's the target. So I think I can stop here. The managing director and his team can do justice to the questions that have been raised by shareholders in detail, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And thank you to all our valued shareholders and our directors and our regulators. So I think just to go straight into some, I think the chairman has spoken on a number of the issues already, but I think I'll just go down to some of the specifics based on how they were asked. So I think I'll start with the question on Lease Afrique, Ghana, and what is their contribution to the total business profitability of the company. So I think in terms of specifics, Financial Control has confirmed that, yes. Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Okay, sorry about that. So I think with regards to the question on Lease Afrique Ghana's contribution to the total business profitability of the company. So Lease Afrique contributed in 2025 22% of the profit after tax and 36% of our total turnover. So they are a fundamental part of the contribution to our business. So Lease Afrique is a valued entity of the CNI group. In terms of receivables, I think a number of questions were asked, and rightly so, speaking about the increase in trade receivables over the period. Largely, this has come from an increase in our fleet business and also some, let's say, challenges that we also had with our marine business in terms of collections. For the lease fleet business, what has more or less happened is that our receivables in total has grown, if you see, and it has largely because over the last 1.5 years, we've added over 200 vehicles between here, Nigeria and Ghana, new vehicles to the fleet. So this, of course, has increased the receivables amount significantly. Also, for context, the end of year receivable figure tends to be a bit bloated because the way we invoice our payments after that end of month position. So I think our true receivable position is roughly around 20 billion, thereabouts, not 32. But I think as at that point in time, that's why it was captured in that manner. In terms of what we intend to do to improve on that, I think it's largely on insisting on the terms of our contracts, the contract business. So we are trying to see ways of insisting on how our contracts are adhered to by our clients. The oil industry in particular does have some specifics in terms of that. However, we tend to price those into our contracts in advance so that we anticipate for those likely delays. In terms of percentages of those receivables, there was a question that has to do with what percentage of these are due or past due. Yes, it's roughly about 9.6% of the total figure, which we are very, very confident that we will collect, and so we will continue to pursue in that direction. In terms of whether the profitability of the business can be sustained, it's a very, very good question, because when you look at some component of the increase came from also some tax refunds that came in, but it is a fundamental part of our business. We're an asset carrying business, so capital allowance is a valid revenue stream for us as a business. And once you grow your assets as rapidly as we have grown, especially in the fleet business over the past year and a half, you will see that that tax portion. However, to further give, will I say, some comfort to the shareholders that we expect to maintain at least this rapid increase in our profitability. One of the things that has maybe impacted us over the years has been the asset utilization of our marine fleet. So we have always tried to improve that utilization, and I can tell you that in 2026 we expect that utilization to significantly after quite a while, and so we think that that will also impact our profitability significantly by improvement in our asset utilization. In terms of the percentage of our foreign loans, in terms of the total, our total foreign loans is just about 2.5%, and it is fully backed by our foreign exchange revenues, which are in excess of 55%. So we are, I think, in a very strong position to meet our foreign currency obligations without any risk, any currency risk. In terms of the reduction in dependence on borrowing, I think the chairman has spoken to the fact that if you look at 5-year summary, you will see that there has been a significant improvement in the quality of the earnings of your company. And at this point, the shareholders to put their money where their mouth is, more or less. We think that if we can get more equity in the business, we think that we will automatically see a significant improvement in profitability and reduction in the interest expense. Management has had to, of course, resort to borrowing to be able to complement the business because it's quite a cash-driven operating business. But we think that the financials are giving the signals to show and give confidence to our shareholders that maybe this is the time to invest. And like the chairman said, we have increased our dividend yield 100%, I think, year on year for the past 3 years. And we expect that improve this position. In terms of the revenues that had to do with the joint venture, there was a significant drop in the JV revenues, as indicated by one of the shareholders. The key drivers that led to this drop in the JV had largely to do with, if you go through that figure, the increase in some financing costs that we had during that period. And also, we did have a challenge with some of the assets in that operation because they had to go for what they call statutory dry docks, which happen every 5 years. So mandatory, those vessels must go out for those dry docks. And so 2 of the vessels had to go out at that point in time. And JV only has 3 vessels. So that impacted the profitability during that period. We expect, of course, that to change in 2026 because those vessels are now back in operation. In terms of, there was a question on investment income, use of the word eliminated. So I confirmed from our CFO that that is a standard accounting term, I think, to be used in that instance. In terms of sorry, let me look at all. Okay, so well, there was a question also on tracking expense and the increase. But that was largely due to some increased activity because if you look at our 2025 account, you will see that our tracking business is experiencing quite some improvement. So that means we had to buy more tracking equipment to support the increase in that business. So I think that's a positive directional movement from from the tracking business. In terms of, also there was a question on, I think, tax, the question on the volume of tax that was stated in page 81. Yes, so I think that's largely, I think that's withholding, which is a tax that we can get tax refunds on, and we have gotten some, I think, in the recent past. So we are going to also do that. That will be fundamental for our cash flow as well. So we intend to approach the authorities to get our refunds with regards to that particular item. With regards to dividend yield, yes, we agree that dividend yield has been low, but I think we want to focus on the fact that we are coming from a position of non-payment of dividend to a consistent dividend payout. So we think that as we improve the asset utilization of the business, and as we recalibrate our, will I say, borrowing capacity and mix it with some equity, we think we're going to have a significant boost in dividend yield. There was a question on subscriptions. That's how the subscriptions, I think, increased in 2024. The 60 million subscription amount was actually, it was actually, will I say, there's a form of, what's the word I would use? There was a realignment of the way it is reported. So I think that's why we are having that substantial increase from 60 to 225. But it was more of a realignment of our accounting. In terms of, I think the chairman will, I think, has spoken on that anyway. I think he has confirmed that we will do our best to improve the, I think, female, representation, on our board. Although I can tell you that within the company and its management, we have continuously sought out women in leadership, and we have more and more, I think, women in positions of management within the company. So it is something that I think as a company we are definitely. Oh yes, we do. Yeah, we actually have more women now in management than at least 5 years ago. So I think we are doing pretty well there. So I think for the spoken about refinancing, what we plan to do with that, and I think that's all the questions. Sir. Okay. So we are trying to make the CNI environment a place of aspiration. I think that's the main thing for us as a management. We have had the support of the board. I think over the last 3 years, we have had multiple promotions, and we have actually had a salary increase during the past 3 years. And we have seen also an improvement in productivity. So we think that we will continue to push that in terms of having our staff rewarded based on performance and based on their commitment to the business. We have quite a number of long-standing employees who have been with the company for upward of a decade. That helps to retain a lot of institutional knowledge for the business, and has helped us to be able to consistently support our clients. So I think that is...
Cyber security programs, sir.
Pardon?
Cyber security programs.
Thank you, MD.
Chairman, on cyber security, what are they doing?
I now propose that the audited financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2025, together with the reports of the directors, independent auditors, and audit committee thereon, be and are hereby received. Could any member rise second the resolution?
I so do,
Banji
Mr.
Olubosun.
Chairman. A.K. Chibuzo Emmanuel. I so do, Mr. Chairman.
Can we
A.K.
put this
Chibuzo
to
Emmanuel.
vote? And may I call on the registrar to present the results of the voting? Madam Registrar.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, distinguished shareholders online and physically present here. For today's meeting, we'll be conducting the votes electronically, and we already have shareholders signed up online to vote. For you to vote, shareholders, and for those that are not used to the voting platform yet, you received emails from us at several occasions, and some were sent this morning. Please copy your voting token, go onto the platform, and paste your voting token on the platform. This is a sample of the email you must have received from us. Please copy the token, go on the platform, click on continue to enter into the voting platform. As soon as resolutions are mentioned, we will commence voting, and please note that you can vote for or against any of the resolutions, and we have just 60 seconds to make the votes count. Thank you. And so for the first resolution, we'll commence voting now. Shareholders, please click on the voting link and vote for or against the resolution. Voting is already in progress. We have 46 seconds more. Please go ahead to cast your vote. Thank you, our online shareholders. We see you casting your vote. Please go ahead. We still have about 27 seconds more. $14 seconds more. We have 5 seconds more. And the voting has closed. Mr. Chairman, for the first ordinary resolution, we have a total of 164 votes casted in proxy and shareholders online, with 2,187,046,074 units of shares voting in favor of the resolution, and we do not have any vote against the resolution. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Registrar. I now declare the resolution carried. Resolution number 2, to declare dividend. The directors are pleased to recommend the dividend of 20 kobo per ordinary shares to be paid to shareholders whose names are there on register of members at the close of business on the 2nd to 25th of June 2026. May we have a seconder to this motion?
Banji Olubosun, I second.
Thank you, Madam Juliet. May the e-voting process begin, please. Madam Registrar.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Distinguished shareholders, the voting process has commenced now. Please let's vote to declare a dividend for the year 2026. We have 52 seconds more. You can vote for or against the resolution to declare a dividend. $35 seconds more. Our online shareholders, please continue to cast your votes for or against the resolution, and which is to declare a dividend. We still have about 10 seconds more. Voting has closed. Mr. Chairman, at the close of this vote, we received a total of 174 votes, proxy and online shareholders voting, with a total of 2,187,779,507 units in favor of the resolution to declare a dividend, and we do not have any vote against that resolution. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. I now declare the resolution carried. Resolution number 3, to re-elect directors retiring by rotation. In accordance with the provisions of Section 285 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, 1/3 of directors of the company are to retire by rotation and, being eligible, may offer themselves for re-election. The directors retiring by rotation are Mr. Babatunde Edun and Mr. Tunde Alao Olaifa. Their profile is on page 16 of the annual report. The Board of Directors, being satisfied with the performance of Mr. Babatunde Edun and Mr. Tunde Alao Olaifa, having presented themselves for re-election, we are going to propose that they be re-elected as director of the company. But before then, I would want us to propose that the two should be taken together in a single resolution. Then we can now go ahead and propose, and then it should be taken one after the other. Okay. Oh, okay.
You can have a resolution to take both of them together first. That is what the chairman is saying. Hereafter, you now take the other one. That is what Kama said.
It's okay. It's okay. It may still take the same time.
Okay.
Okay. I propose that Mr. Babatunde Edu be re-elected as director of the company. Can someone second? Okay.
Well, how about Janice, my name? I second the motion. Thank you very much.
Okay. Madam Registrar, the e-voting can commence, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Distinguished shareholders, please let's go ahead to start voting. Line is opened. And if you are yet to be able to cast your vote, please just refresh your page and then paste your token, and then you can be able to cast your votes. Voting has commenced now. Please let's go ahead to cast our votes. Thank you, shareholders. We still have about 20 seconds more. We have 8 seconds more. And the voting has closed. Mr. Chairman, at the end of this vote to re-elect Mr. Babatunde Edun as a director retiring by rotation, we received 172 votes with 2,035,665,236 units of shares in favor of the resolution, and we have 2 votes with 501,002 units against the resolution. Hence, the resolution is carried by the votes in favor of the resolution. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. The resolution is declared carried. I propose that Mr. Tunde Alao Olaifa be re-elected as a director of the company, retiring by rotation and being eligible and offering himself for re-election. Madam Registrar, can someone second the...
Larry Kuku is the name. I rise to second that motion.
Okay. The motion have been seconded by Larry Kuku. Madam Registrar, please go ahead and conduct the e-voting process.
Dear shareholders, please let's go into the voting platform to vote for the second director. We're voting for or against the resolution. Voting commences now. We have 32 seconds more, please. Shareholders, you can still continue to vote. Every vote counts, please. We still have about 11 seconds to vote for or against the resolution as displayed on your screen. The voting has closed. Mr. Chairman, at the end of this vote, we have a total of, can we have the screen back, please? We have a total of 170 votes in favor of the resolution, 36,167,338 units voting in favor of the resolution, and there is no vote against the resolution. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. The resolution is hereby carried. Resolution number 4. To authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of external auditors. The next business of the day is to authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the external auditors in accordance with Section 408 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 for the 2025 financial year. I now propose that the director be an and I hereby if he's no longer available, you can call Ario. You there?
Can you unmute anybody available online?
If he's not, okay, just unmute anybody available online, please. Any person can second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Olugbosun Ario is name. I rise to second that motion. Olugbosun Ario.
Absence.
Olugbosun Ario.
Who has done that?
Olugbosun Ario. Olugbosun Ario. Olugbosun Ario.
Okay.
Olugbosun Ario.
Olugbosun Ario has seconded the motion. Okay, thank you. Madam Registrar, please, can you conduct the e-voting?
Distinguished shareholders, please let's commence the votes for the next resolution, which is to authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the external auditors. The voting starts now. Please go ahead to vote for or against the resolution. Thank you. Distinguished shareholders online, please go ahead with your votes. Cast your votes to authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the external auditors. We have about 20 seconds more. You are voting for or against the resolution. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, the voting has closed. At the end of the voting session, we received a total of 172 votes, proxy and online shareholders, with a total of 2,036,524,624 units of shares in favor of the resolution, and we have one vote with 666 units against the resolution. And for this particular one, we have the shareholders who voted in favor of the resolution carrying the day. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. I now declare the resolution carried. Resolution number 5, election of members of the Audit Committee. The fifth item on the agenda is the election of members of the Audit Committee. Section 404 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 provides that a public company shall establish an audit committee to ascertain whether the accounting and reporting policies of the company are in accordance with legal requirements and agreed ethical practices. This committee shall examine the auditor's report, recommendation it thinks. The members shall comprise of shareholders, 2 non-executive directors. Ladies and gentlemen, there have been no other valid nomination received. Following shareholders who are members of the Statutory Audit Committee are returned unopposed. Number 1, Mr. Frederick Olufemi Oduyemi.
Unopposed.
The person that nominated him is Salau Akim Bobola Oluwatoshin.
Unopposed.
And number 2 is Adenrele Suleiman Babatunde. The
Unopposed.
nominator is Olateju Roslyn Oluwatoyin. And number 3 is Mrs. Christy O. Vincent Walaka. The nominator is Utman Falilat Ashebi. Also, the board has resolved that the following directors should serve on the audit committee for the ensuing year accordingly. A is Mr. Omotunde Alao Olaifa and Mr. Oluyemi Peter Abaolu Johnson. Since the 3 representatives of the shareholders have been returned unopposed and the board has nominated 2 directors, I now move that 1. Suleiman Adenrele, 2. Frederick Olufemi Oduyemi, 3. Mrs. Christy Vincent Walaka, number 4. Mr. Omotunde Alao Olaifa, number 5. Mr. Oluyemi Peter Abaolu Johnson, be and are hereby elected as members of the Statutory Audit Committee pursuant to Section 404(6) of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 to serve on the Audit Committee until the conclusion of the next annual general meeting. Can someone second the motion?
Ibu Moses, rise to second that motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moses. The registrar, it is, you have to conduct, okay, no voting because it is, it's unopposed. Okay. Okay, so the registrar, you have to present, there's no reports? Okay, okay. All right, so the 5 of them should stand up for recognition, please. Okay. These are members of the Audit Committee for the 2026 year. Thank you. I now declare the resolution carried. Resolution number 6, to disclose the enumeration of members of the company, the remuneration of managers of the company. The next business is the disclosure of the remuneration of managers of the company. Section 257 of CAMA 2020 specifically provides that the remuneration paid to the managers of the company must be disclosed to members at the general meeting. The remuneration of managers is disclosed in note 46 on page 107 of the 2025 annual report. This is a disclosure requirement, and no resolution is required to be taken on this item. Page 107 of note 46 on page 107. Take notes, please. Special business. Resolution number 7. To ratify the appointment of 2 newly appointed non-executive directors of the company. The first special business is the ratification of the appointment of 2 newly appointed non-executive directors of the company, namely Barrister Nick Onyebuchi Omeye and Mr. Chima Njoko, in accordance with the provisions of the Articles of Association of the company and the applicable provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. The board appointed Barrister Nick Onyebuchi Omeye and Mr. Chima Njoko as non-executive directors of the company to fill existing vacancies on the board. The appointments are now presented to the members for ratification. The profiles of Onyebuchi Omeye and Mr. Chima Njoko are contained in the 2025 annual report for the information of members. May I now propose the following ordinary resolution. May I call upon a member to second the resolution?
I second the motion. My name is Mrs. E.O. Obidei.
Mrs. Obidei, okay. Thank you. May we put this to votes, and can the registrar present the results of the votes?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Distinguished shareholders, please let's go ahead to commence the voting. Please go ahead to cast your vote in favor or against the resolution, the special business resolution. Commenced. It's 45 seconds more. Voting is in progress. We have 27 seconds more to vote to ratify the appointment of the new directors. We are voting for or against the resolution. Thank you, distinguished shareholders. Voting has closed. Mr. Chairman, at the end of this vote, we received a total of 170 votes, shareholders and proxies, with a total of 159,050 units voting in favor of the resolution, and we received 1 vote with 200 units voting against the resolution, and the vote in favor of the resolution carries the day. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. I now declare the resolution carried, that the appointments of Barrister Nick Onyebuchi Omeye and Engineer Chim be and are hereby ratified. Resolution number 8. To approve the remuneration of the directors for the year ending 31st December 2025. The next special business is to approve the remuneration of the directors for the year ending 31st December 2025. It is pertinent to know that executive directors do not receive directors' fees and sitting allowances. Having disclosed my interests as a non-executive director, I will recuse myself from consideration of this item and invite the GMD CEO to preside over this resolution. Mr. MD,
Okay.
you go ahead and carry on with this resolution.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In line with this, I propose that the sum of 9 million naira for non-executive directors and 12 million naira for the chairman be approved as the director's remuneration for the year ended 31st December 2025. So can someone please second the motion? Yes.
I second the motion.
What's the name again, sir?
Wahab Ajani.
Ajani, okay. Okay. Thank you. So, Registrar, can we commence
Thank you, sir.
the voting? Okay.
Thank you, sir. Distinguished shareholders, please let's commence to vote for the resolution that the remuneration of the non-executive directors be and hereby approved. Voting commences now. Thank you. Please let's go ahead to cast in our votes. Thank you. Please go ahead with your votes. It's still ongoing. Voting is in progress. We have about 21 seconds more. You can vote in favor or against the resolution to approve the remuneration of directors. We have 5 seconds more. Distinguished shareholders, voting has closed. At the end of this vote, sir, we received a total of 158 votes with 2,21,757,526 units voting in favor of the resolution, and 1 vote with 850 units of shares voting against the resolution. And so for this resolution, those that voted in favor carries the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Registrar. So I now declare the resolution carried. I will now hand over back to the chairman. Sir.
Resolution number 9. That in compliance with rules of the Nigerian Exchange Limited governing transactions with related parties or interested persons, quantities be and are hereby granted a general mandate in respect of 4 recurring transactions entered into with a related party or interested person, provided such transactions are of a revenue or trading nature or are necessary for the company's day-to-day operations. This mandate shall continue to operate until the date on which the next annual general meeting of the company is held. In line with the rules of the Nigerian Exchange Limited governing transactions with related parties or interested persons, all interested persons, their proxies, representatives, or associates shall abstain from voting on this resolution. May I have a seconder to this motion?
I so do, Mr. Chairman. My name is Mrs. Bakari Adebisi. My name is Adebisi Oluwayemisi.
Thank you, Mr. Koko. May we vote, please?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Distinguished shareholders, we would like to confirm that in line with the rules of the Nigeria Exchange Limited, governing transactions with related parties or interested parties, all interested parties, their proxies, representative, or associates have been abstained from this particular resolution, from voting on this particular resolution. Hence, we'll start the voting now. Distinguished shareholders, you can go ahead to cast your votes. Voting has commenced now. Please go ahead to cast your vote. This is the final resolution for this meeting. Voting is in progress. We have 20 seconds more. Ten seconds more. We are voting in favor or against the resolution. Thank you, distinguished shareholders. Voting has closed. Mr. Chairman, at the end of this voting session, we received a total of 63 votes, proxy and shareholders, with a total of 119,225,035 units voting in favor of the resolution, and there is no vote against the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. Following the announcement of the results by the Registrar, I hereby declare that Resolution 9 is duly carried. Closing of meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished shareholders, having dealt with all the matters for which notice was given, we have come to the end of this general meeting. On behalf of the board, I would like to thank you all for your time and contribution, and also for your continuous support to the company. Your patience and prayers are not unnoticed. I now declare the meeting closed. May God bless you. National anthem and closing prayer. Can a Muslim say the closing prayer before the national anthem, please?
And now listen to greater height. All this I ask for the name of the Imam Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Al-Fatiha. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. National anthem, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go teach me how to swim inside water.
They have a special package.
Stop. You're distressing today. She won't give you spirit. And do you need internet for office work? Not really. The one but I didn't use it. I used it, but it's still.
Or you can give to Trinidad assistance. Can it be transferred to? Is empty.